Okay, good morning. I'm coming to you from Manila, Philippines. This is a pretty cool hotel called Picasso Serviced Residences. I stayed here for a couple nights, moving over to my apartment now. But you see I'm rocking my Dodger gear. We lost by one game this year. Great playoff baseball. I went to 11 baseball games in the playoffs and it was fantastic. Anyway, this video today is China specific, and it's specifically about fapiaos. Fapiaos are a pre-printed receipt by the Chinese government, and let's just say your company owes you 6,000 RMB for payroll. They're going to calculate all the social taxes and the income tax on 6,000 RMB, and they're going to pay you the net. You're pretty used to that, but in most every system, US system too. In China though, on these fapiaos, you need to go into your accounting department and you need to ask them, what's the accepted level of fapiao use I can have with you? And more or less it's about 28%. So if your salary is $100,000, if they say 28%, you should be giving them $28,000 of fapiaos, and I'm going to explain why. If you're not, you're kind of blowing it a little bit. So say they owe you 6,000 RMB, and you go to dinner tonight with your friends and you pick up the fapiao, which I said was the pre-printed receipt from the restaurant or from the service provider, whatever. They all have one in China unless you're at a market. And you turn this 1,000 RMB fapiao into your accounting department. They are then going to, instead of calculating the social taxes on 6,000 RMB, they're going to calculate the social taxes on 5,000 RMB. So they're also going to lower your income tax and calculate it on 5,000 RMB. So you're saving social tax and you're saving income tax. And I have clients that, if you're in the tax bracket's up to 45% in China. So if you are heavily using fapiaos, you can literally bring your tax rate down in China to around the American rate of 30%, if that's where you're at in the American side. So and that just means more cash in your pocket immediately. Every month you turn a fapiao in, you should have more money in your pocket than you would have had if you didn't turn it in. But you've got to check with your accounting department and make sure that they, number one, accept fapiaos. Number two, what do they accept fapiaos for? Usually they're going to accept it for child's education. They'll accept it for Chinese rent. But this is basically legalized payroll tax cheating. So in China, and it's not really cheating because the government is, the government's doing the pre-printed receipts. But you can literally go down to the market in Shanghai on a Saturday morning, and you can buy a bag of these fapiaos worth X RMB from a vendor in the park in Shanghai. So it's a bit of a boondoggle, but it is absolutely legal, and this is what's going on. I don't know if you've ever seen some of your Chinese colleagues fight for the fapiao after dinner, but this is one of the main reasons they're fighting for it, because it saves them taxes. So you need to go into your accounting department again and ask them, what's the level of fapiao use you're going to let me use? If my salary is X in RMB, how much can I give you in fapiaos? Like I said, I've seen up to 28%. I think that's about the limit. They might say 10%. They might say only rent. They might say 5%. They might say we don't do that. We don't support it. If you're in a position of some importance at your company and they say we don't do it, you might ask a few more questions on why don't we do it, because it's totally legal. So why wouldn't your company do it? It doesn't really make sense. So anyway, this is a Chinese-specific message, like I said, and you guys are in China. You need to be walking into your accounting department and figuring out this fapiao situation, because that's just more dollars in your pocket immediately. All right, have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.